Sirius XM and Keep It Basement, give it up for Tom Zappia!
Keep it going for your host of the comics, guys. Fuck yes. Sirius XM, you guys get radio frequency out here or what? Yeah? I feel like that's all that's left up here is just radios. I'm probably, this is like the first crowd ever who's never listened to a podcast. Please say yes, I'll be so happy. Fucking podcasts. Ugh. Dude, I love this town. I love it, honestly. I love coming to a town like this where it's just like a bunch of people who just fucking drink and fuck around. And don't give a fuck. They wear weird hats up in the front. I just don't give a fuck, dude. This isn't saying I don't give a fuck town, bro. I work my ass off and then I get hammered and you better make me laugh or get the fuck out of my face. It's incredible, dude. I look like I just came from a robbery, which is partially true, honestly. I've been thinking about it. Things aren't going well. I do hat on stage, no ears. It's like 5 degrees out there. I'm fucking freezing. Dude, this is so sick, dude. I honestly... They booked me to do this club. The only town I know in this state is Portland, obviously, right? It's a beautiful town, right? Dude, it's only, you drive 30 minutes north. Auburn might be the new pick, honestly. I might be somewhere in here very soon, okay? This is fucking beautiful, and you guys are amazing, all right? I'm kidding. I'm never gonna fucking come back here. Are you fucking kidding me? Pay me $15,000 to ever step foot in this town ever again. Out of your fucking mind. This fucking shitbox. I'm kidding, dude. I'm kidding. I live in New York, which I know you guys just groan at that, and please, please listen to me when you hear me and the other comics say, if we didn't do fucking stand-up comedy, we would not step foot in New York City. That place sucks. Awful. You guys probably all own property out here, right? Everyone like owns a house out here? Yes, right? This guy's like, yeah, obvious, like, what's a house out here, like 40 grand? I'm honestly being kind of serious. I feel like it's not much more than that, is it? I feel you get a nice 5-bedroom house out here for like 150 grand. Am I that far off? I'm off? Jesus, God. Do not go further south than this. Even Boston is a nightmare, dude. Portland probably is just probably fucking best bet, honestly. Dude, I can't fucking... I had a resolution. Look, guys, I'm about to be 30. I know you all thought I was like 47, but I'm about to be 30. I know, I get that a lot. Everyone thinks I'm fucking horrendously old. I look like shit. Italian men age horribly. It's really embarrassing, honestly. Tony Soprano, he's 25 that entire show. You didn't even know. You just fly right through 7 seasons because it's so fucking good. He doesn't age at all. He looks exactly... Tony Soprano started that show. You know when he started that show, he was 37. He looked like fucking hell. I looked up how old he was when the first season of Sopranos came. He was 37. I thought he was like 62. He's literally just a slightly fatter version of my dad, so that's exactly where I'm headed too. I'm 30 now, I look 47. When I'm 50, I'm gonna look 88. Jesus, dude. I had this hilarious goal of trying to buy property this calendar year. I know, you guys can laugh, it's obviously not gonna happen. It's ridiculous, dude. We live in New York, dude. You know, to live in New York City, you either gotta have 17 roommates or be making $2 million a year. And honestly, that's exactly what it is, right? And I just lost my roommate. I'm out of roommates, dude. And dude, it's tough to get a good roommate when you're a comedian, right? We have horrible lifestyles, right? We're drinking all the time. We're coming home late at night, very late. We're jerking off with the door open. We don't care about anybody but ourselves. So when you fucking strike gold on a good roommate, bro, you gotta keep that as long as the lease can go. It's like, can we please resign, please resign, please resign? I'll do the dishes once a month, please resign. I had an amazing roommate, dude. I moved to New York with one of my best friends from high school. It was incredible. Fucking moved in, dude. This dude, he's great. He's doing the dishes. He's doing the dish. Are you insane? Imagine doing the dishes. You guys all own a house. You're like, yeah, I do it all the time. This guy's like, no, she does it, but it's fine. Come on, that's what goes on at my parents' house. Are you kidding me? Doing the dishes, dude. Just a great guy. Super supportive. Come out to comedy shows. Just an amazing, amazing friend, right? For example, one day I'm in my room. I'm writing a suicide note, right? He walks into my room. You guys can laugh. It's just a joke, right? I've only thought about it a handful of times. It's just a joke, I promise, right? He walks in my room. He's like, hey, Tom, what's up, buddy? What are you doing? I'm like, oh, what's up, dude? I'm just writing a suicide note. He's like, Jesus fucking Christ, man. I'll proofread that if you need me to. He cut the lease, kicked my ass out. If I'm being honest, he paid $600 more on the lease than I did. He was paying $600 more bucks a rent, dude. It's crazy. New York City's a nightmare, dude. I live in Brooklyn. Just, you've heard of it. It's disgusting, right? You guys, I feel like this, you sector right here, you just hear the word Brooklyn and you just roll your eyes. And it's like, please don't go any further. It is a terrible place. It really is, honestly. Dude, I was in a coffee shop recently. You guys have coffee shops around here? What is it, like one in the whole town? Probably one. You go to Starbucks or just a regular, good old fashioned? What is it?
Dunkin' Donuts.
Dunkin', there you go. Dunkin's classic, though. Dunkin's classic. We have, like, you gotta walk, like, 78 blocks to get to a Dunkin' in New York, so we just have all these fucking, like, little homegrown fucking coffee shops. There's one on every single corner. You know, you go in, you get can I get a black cold brew? That is it? Yeah, 1855? Okay, great. One of those, right? I'm in a coffee shop, dude, and I'm in line. It's crack of dawn. It's early in the morning, right? And you know, you guys go to a coffee shop, maybe you order your drink. They go, do you want regular milk? That's what they say, right? If you drink something else, in Brooklyn, everyone drinks like fucking almond milk and shit, right? And you say your other milk. And I'm next in line. I'm half asleep, and the girl's ordering her drink, right? And I hear the barista. He goes, you know, and they're laughing. They're kind of conversing. So I'm like, okay, whatever. Maybe they know each other, right? He goes, do you want regular milk? The girl goes. She pauses and she looks at him and she goes, I swear to God, that's exactly what she said. She goes, what? Regular milk? Are you trying to kill me? I swear to God, she says this verbatim. I'm like, that seems like a bit of an extreme response to that question, if I'm being honest, right? And he's like laughing, but you can tell it's awkward, right? And I'm just like, I feel terrible for this guy. I'm standing behind him, I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ. I'm already pissed. I get pissed easily. I'm already slightly pissed because it's like 8 a.m., right? She follows it up with, oat, obviously. I swear to God, when she said obviously, I was in favor of hitting women. I really, right at that moment, I was like, I would slap the fucking shit out of this girl. And I think this entire crowd would be okay with that, honestly. Right after she said it, she lifted her mask up right after. I was like, I want to beat the fuck out of this woman. And he laughs it off. He's like, okay. I'm like, maybe, because the only way that is acceptable, that her being able to say obviously in that situation, is if like this is her regular shop and she knows the barista. They're joking. They're having like an inside joke. Other than that, she should be hit. How is that obvious, right? And I'm standing, I feel terrible, and I'm next in line. I'm like, I already know. I'm gonna tip him. I feel awful for this guy, right? And this girl just really pissed me off. So she gets off. She goes outside. She's rolling her eyes or whatever. The other barista's making her drink, and then it's my turn, right? And it's already in his head, so I just order like a cold brew, like iced coffee, right? He's like, do you want oat milk? And I'm just like this fucking really douchey Italian guy from New Jersey, and the girl, she's still standing right there waiting for her drink, and he threw me off. That's what she wanted. I was just like, what? Oat milk? What am I, fucking gay? Give me regular! Get the fuck out of here with your oat milk. I'm gonna slap the shit out of her. No. I've never hit a woman, I promise. I know the hat says otherwise. Trying to get in shape, guys. I have tits. I have breasts. I have full breasts. You guys know the funniest resolution when here you probably can only do it in the summer. When anybody ever says, look, I'm gonna start getting into shape, I'm gonna start running, you just wanna laugh in their fat face, right? You're not gonna run. You're not gonna do it, okay? Maybe you're gonna do it once and then that's it, right? What I did this year was I started all my New Year's resolutions in November. That way I could quit by December. That way when January came, I didn't have to worry about it, right? And down in New York, we have this thing called the New York Marathon. You guys know the Boston Marathon. We have the New York City Marathon, right? And I was a spectator this year at the marathon, right? The New York Marathon. I had a friend running in it, and I'm getting there. I'm getting geared up. I'm there to support him, right? And I'm watching, and I'm like, 26 miles in 2 hours? I can do this. The next morning, I'm at the track. I got to 0.7 miles and started coughing up blood. I cannot do this. I will never be able to run a marathon. I'm never going to be able to have that feat and say, I ran a marathon, okay? Unless it was a 0.7 marathon. And I don't even know how long that is, honestly. My life got so bad. I was so fucking bored. I'm like, I'm never going to run this. I was like, let me do some research. I started researching the history of the New York City Marathon. That's how bored I get on Sunday nights, right? So I look up the New York City Marathon. I'm like, who's repping the marathons? Who wins the Boston Marathon? Who wins the New York Marathon? I want to know what countries represent our marathons, right, across the world. And obviously, the results did not shock me. They did not. I'm going to be honest with you, okay, right? So I looked up the last 10 winners of the New York City Marathon the last decade, right? So the countries representing in the last 10 years, we had 5, Kenya. Yes, exactly. You wanted to say it. I knew you knew it already. It's up, right? Yes, okay. 5, Kenya, okay? We had 3, yeah, go ahead. Ethiopia? Yes, exactly. Ethiopia. 5, Kenya, 3, Ethiopia, 1 country that starts with an E that I can't pronounce, but it's in Africa, okay? But then we had 1, UK. That threw me off. I was like, huh, we have 9 Africans winning a marathon and then 1 UK? Pretty interesting, right? So I scanned down to the year that the guy from the UK won. 2020. Pretty interesting. If you guys were not aware, there was no race in 2020, okay? There was no physical New York City Marathon in 2020. It was canceled for obvious reasons. You guys might have heard, right? And what you did was you ran on your own time and then you digitally uploaded it to Strava. This is true. Some fancy running app, you digitally uploaded it and they calculated it that way in 2020. And all I can fucking say is Kevin Quinn did not win legally in 2020. Kevin Quinn from Northern Ireland did not win a marathon legally, okay? A Kenyan won it like he should have. And I will never be running ever again. I thought that was hilarious. You're like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Well, one white guy in 10 years wins in the year that the fucking race was canceled. It's hilarious, dude. It's unbelievable. I'm from New Jersey originally. I apologize for that. Yes, you guys could probably guess.